What's going on, guys? I'm out here tonight. I bought a steering stabilizer bar or brace for my pickup here, Dodge. Most of you know these things have a weak steering box. This is what the brace looks like. They make several different ones of these. I went with this one here, made by Hellbent Steel. There's the paperwork there on it, and they sent some instructions with it, which probably not really needed, but anyway, the way this works is it bolts to your frame where your sway bar is at. You take your sway bar loose, put this up there, put your sway bar back on top of it, bolt it up, and you got this. You take your nut off of your pitman arm, put this on there, and then this bearing goes on there, bolts to there, and supports the bottom of that sector shaft from moving. Let's see if I can get under here and show you a little more what I'm talking about here. Oh. You can see right there, there's the sector shaft. I'm going to turn the steering and see if you can see this movement there. I don't know if that's picking that up or not, but you can see this shaft here moving side to side instead of being steady and rotating the steering linkage over here. The shaft itself walks back and forth. And this gearbox has definitely got some wear in it. This truck's got 205,000 miles on it. So we're going to take this off. I do not run a sway bar on here. The reason is I fell asleep one night many years ago and wrecked this truck, jumped a ditch, and the sway bar broke the sway bar end links and bent the front axle. The front axle had to be welded and see right there where it's welded up and heated and bent. It was bowed so bad, and got it all straightened back up, and I drove it for several years without any sway bar end links, and then I just finally took the sway bar off. I mean, it's this is not a sport truck, so I didn't really feel it was needed, and as you know, you get better off-road performance anyway without one. So let me get this started, get this nut off of here. Find my impact wrench over here, socket. We'll zip that off real quick using the old DCF 899 impact wrench here. And I've got my work light there. I'm trying it out. That's made by Powersmith. I'll put a link in the description to all this stuff I'm using here for anybody that's interested. Let's see. I had my socket there. Oh, there's my socket. I don't have a socket deep enough to put that nut there back on with, that extended thing, so I'm just going to use a 24-inch crescent wrench here, Irwin brand. So let me get you guys propped up on a board here so you can see. All right, so hopefully you guys can see right there. Alright, that's off of there. And I'm going to put a little Loctite on the new one here that they sent with it. We use the old lock washer on there. Mount this back up here. Make sure we don't have a cross set or anything. It's I think those threads are boogered. Probably supposed to be a locking nut. I don't think this socket here will fit. Well, it might run it up though. Didn't help the corners of the nut any because it's not quite deep enough, but it ran it up there, saved a lot of time there. I'm going to double check it with this crescent here. Yeah, it's tight. I think that's way tighter than what I would have got it with this anyway. Now we will go ahead and mount the bar up there. I left the sway bar bolts in here whenever I removed that, so if I ever needed them, they would be there. Don't remember what size they were though. Go up here just like this, and if you had a sway bar, it would just mount on top of this. So you don't have one of those, so I'm not worried about that. I don't know if they included any washers for these bolts here. Might need some because them washers ain't very big compared to the hole. Looks like they did include some washers there. I'm not sure if they're any bigger than the ones that's on there. No, they're not. So we'll just go with what's on there. They actually included a longer bolt, because you would need a longer bolt if you had a sway bar bracket mounted there, and I do not have that, so I'm just going to use the factory bolts. I'm going to go ahead and put the bearing on there, and I'm going to turn the Alamite to a place that I think is easiest to grease here some kind of way. I don't know if that will be forward or backward. Looks like forward would be better. And of course I didn't bring a brass hammer out with me, so we'll have it turn straight. There we go. Got a slide on there now. Just had a burr on the end of the shaft there. Probably shouldn't beat on it like that, but it is what it is today. They only included 2 washers for some reason there. Take a look over here and make sure I didn't miss something. Yep, that's all they included, so that's all we'll put on there. I'm putting the bolts in from this way just because I think it looks better. I don't have a wrench to hold back up there. I didn't bring that either. Let's see. Trying to make this to where it's kind of halfway lined up, centered, and everything, and doesn't bind up there. And I'm going to snug these up. And because I didn't bring a wrench, I'll just use this crescent wrench here if I can get it in there. It's about way overkill, but that should work. This bearing here doesn't have a locking collar or anything, it's just got 2 set screws. We'll snug them down. Actually, I should have put some Loctite on these. I may go back and do that when I get done with the video. But for now, I'm just going to tighten them up. And so everything's lined up, but everything should work right there. So we're going to go ahead and tighten these bolts up here now. I have no idea how tight any of those are. I know, I should be using a torque wrench, but I'm not. But they're tight enough, and I didn't break them off, so that's going to work for today. Not the correct way to do it, not recommended you do it that way. That's just how I'm doing it today. So, she is installed there, and I'm going to crank the truck up and turn the steering back and forth. I'll let you watch, make sure it doesn't bite or anything. Alright guys, well that wraps that up. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.